Hey, best friends. I'm Claire.
I'm Yana.
Welcome to
My Best Friend's Book Club.
Special Edition.
Ooh, you were winging that one. Oh.
That was my guitar that sounded like a cat.
I thought that was a lion. Guitar was not going to be in my top 10 guesses of what that was.
It sounded like a cat. Yana, what are we here for today?
We are here to hang out and share with you guys the questions and answers we have with
Patric Gagne,
who is a
New York Times bestseller, diagnosed sociopath, and she has a PhD in clinical psychology. Essentially, she's a bad alert, if you know what I mean. Your face. So we're hanging out with Patric today. She was unable to join us because she's on a work sabbatical. Bless her heart.
But she's in our hearts, and my heart will go on.
So we finished Sociopath. It was an incredible memoir, but we had some lingering questions. So we reached out to Patric, and she responded.
It's crazy.
It was crazy. Honestly, it's incredibly exciting for us. We just turned 1 year old.
We're just babies.
We're just babies. And it's really cool that someone like Patric is willing to give us some of her time. So thank you, Patric.
And then she followed us on Instagram, like, okay, best friend.
I know. We were like, hey, whether you like it or not, you're part of my best friend's book club now.
Absolutely. I wish you could like lock the profiles so she can't ever unfollow.
She can never unfollow. I know sometimes I go and I check and I'm like, was it real?
Yeah, no, it's blood in, blood out, Patric.
We're super cool, guys. We're super chill. So
chill.
I promise when we were corresponding with her, though, we were really chill and professional, if you can believe it. I know it's hard to believe.
We have jobs.
We have really hard jobs. You would never guess what we did.
People rely on us. Businesses rely on us.
Entire businesses that make millions of dollars. All right, let's get into these questions. So, first off, if you haven't read Sociopath, it's remarkable.
It's really
I don't know
good.
how to say it in another way. But if you don't want to read it, we did a deep dive chapter by chapter. So if you want to get a sense of what the book is about in more context, go listen to our deep dive of Sociopath before you listen to this. All right, first question to Patric. We're going to post these, by the way, so you can read them. I think she'll be okay with that. She'll be okay with that.
If she's not, we'll be hearing from a lawyer.
We'll take it down.
We'll take it down.
Like,
Sorry,
we're
Patric.
just 1 year old. We didn't know.
We're
Sorry.
just babies.
We're just a baby. We asked her, in your memoir, you shared several personal experiments for managing the quote-unquote pressure. In your clinical work, remember because she has a PhD, everyone, have you identified a specific technique that serves as a universal or high success tool for the majority of your sociopathic clients? Or is the release of that pressure always a hyper-individualized process? Do you want to read Patric's response?
I would love to. I'm not going to do it in Patric's voice, you guys. Don't expect that.
Oh, no. She's honestly so cool. We could never be as cool as her.
Her answer was, there is no one-size-fits-all in terms of pressure regulation. What I have found, and what is supported by the research, however, is that the sooner psychopathic individuals can begin treatment for resocialization, which is the practice of replacing maladaptive beliefs and behaviors with constructive ones, the less the pressure needs to be managed.
Yeah, and it's like the sooner the better with like everything.
I mean, yeah, everything.
Okay, you ready for the next question? Ooh, this is a good one that we asked. Guys, we did a good job on this one. After sifting through reviews, we are surprised to see people who simply don't believe your memoir and feel it reads more like fiction. What's your message to the haters who don't buy your story?
I know my stories are true, but I also know not everyone is going to believe them. I get it. I'm a flawed messenger, and my story is an inconvenient truth. That's beautiful.
She's such a good writer. I'm a flawed messenger. I would just be like, I'm a dick. You know?
She's slightly less eloquent than the way she said it.
She's so eloquent.
My message to anyone who doesn't believe my story is simple. You don't have to believe me. I encourage you to go online and disprove me. Ooh, feisty.
No, yeah, I did like that.
Do the research. Read the studies. Draw your own conclusions. Have elevated discussions with your friends and family members.
Elevated discussions.
We don't deserve her in this world, you guys.
Really
She's
don't.
too good. I've said many times that if everyone who didn't believe me decided to research psychopathy for themselves, we would all be better off.
I think this
Mic drop.
actually says a lot about the world we live in right now.
If it didn't take so much effort for us to set these mics up, I would literally take it off and drop it.
Thank God. Please don't do that.
It's tempting as fuck. I think it's a great response to haters.
But I feel like it's such a reflection of the world we live in today.
Absolutely. Except people do their own research, but not in like a critical thinking kind of way.
I just feel like people don't do research, actually.
Well, I think it's the way they do research, right? Because I think you can Google your way into whatever your belief already is. Like you can say,
oh no,
I don't like vaccines.
Okay. Your face was so scary.
That's not my actual opinion. Don't come after me. I believe in vaccines.
It's just an example.
But my example is that if I'm like, I believe vaccines are unsafe and are terrible, I can Google that and find plenty of things that I think prove my point.
Sure, but I'm thinking about stuff that's just like fully factual. I'm just going to give a very high level example, and I'm not going to talk about a specific person, but it's like that person's not a convicted felon, but it's like that's not up for debate. That's a fact.
Shots fired. No pun intended.
Excuse me, I'm speaking.
Listen. What do you think? It just fell from a coconut tree?
This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I'm just saying there's things that are quite fact-based. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be political. I believe that Patric's point is very valid, though. She's like, hey, hate away. I don't care.
It's your right to hate.
She's like, do the research, and if you're not going to do the research, I don't care anyway.
Right.
So,
but
gosh, she's so cool.
You guys do your research, though, from like other actual psychologists, psychiatrists, doctors, research scientists, not influencers on Instagram or TikTok.
Yes.
That's not research.
100%. If you see something on social media,
say something.
If you see something on social media, Google it and be like, are Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively getting a divorce? And then Google's going to be like, no, those are rumors. I think they're still rumors. We'll see.
Google will also be like,
XOXO. Google's like, XOXO. I didn't watch Gossip Girl. I just knew that.
You really do need to watch it, though.
I don't think I'd like it. Do you think I would like it?
No.
If you know me.
You want me to read the next one? I don't want to be Patrick the whole time.
Patrick probably doesn't want you to be here the whole time. But
what's that supposed to mean? Your mom was such a key figure in how you learned to handle relationships early on, but we don't really get to see that relationship evolve later in the book. Since she was so foundational for you, what does your common ground look like today? Has your journey changed how she, or even you, viewed her role in your upbringing?
This was the number one thing I wanted to ask her.
I know you were talking about that while we were just summarizing the book. You were like, I want to know what's going on with the mom.
This was driving me crazy because it was such a pivotal part of the book. It laid the foundation for everything.
Yeah. And then she just moved and we didn't really hear about their relationship until the epilogue when we just kind of got a hint that they're okay.
And unfortunately her response was
a pretty
anticlimactic. But I respect it. She says, my mom is a very private person, and I want to honor that privacy with respect to the life she leads today. That said, we share a close bond and continue to have many constructive conversations.
You know, I respect that.
I know.
I know it doesn't answer the story questions, but I respect it.
It's her memoir.
It's very ethical. And I guess what is the most important is that it sounds like she has a solid relationship with her mom now.
You know what? That's very positive of you. It feels like the missing key to the book for me, but I also totally understand and I totally respect it, even though I don't want to. And that's the end of that chapter. We will never know. And that's okay, because it's not our lives. Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Sociopath 2.
You have such an old man life sometimes.
It got worse as I got older.
No, I know.
I was not always like this.
I mean, it was kind of close, though.
All right, next question. How do you even begin to change something as massive as the DSM? Remember, everyone, we found out in her book that sociopath and psychopath are not in the DSM, which is why they're so interchangeable. If we move away from the idea that people have to commit a crime just to get a diagnosis, what would that new early intervention look like for someone starting to feel that pressure? Now, Patrick has a lot to say about this, and I'm glad that Yana gets to read this response.
As someone in early intervention, I think I'm perfect for this.
You're just perfect in general.
My goal is not to change the DSM, but to use it to better educate people on the complexities of psychopathy. Often people are mistaken in their belief that if a disorder is not listed in the DSM, it is not real. CPTSD is a great example. The truth is that a psychopathy diagnosis cannot be made via the DSM, as it requires the use of something called the PCLR, which is the Psychopathy Checklist revised. She talks about that in the book. That
was in a book. Mm-hmm. I know this one.
The PCLR is considered the gold standard for psychopathy diagnostics and requires specialized training to administer, like any standardized test should be.
Yeah.
In much the same way you can't use the DSM to test for IQ, you can't use the DSM to diagnose psychopathy. In terms of early prevention, children diagnosed with oppositional defiant conduct and disruptive mood dysregulation disorders are believed to pose the greatest risk of psychopathic development. These disorders are not rare. Conduct disorder affects roughly 10% of girls and 16% of boys. Its symptoms, such as stealing and deliberate acts of violence, are among the most common reasons for referring children for treatment. Considering the prevalence and seriousness of these conditions, there must be an abundance of resources, right?
No.
Wrong.
No.
And yet they are treatable and preventable. Treatment for oppositional defiant conduct and disruptive mood dysregulation disorders is most effective when started early, which makes these disorders far less likely to progress into psychopathy. But to treat these kids is to humanize them, understand them, to realize they don't learn things like other kids. A recent study published last year, conducted by researchers in Cyprus, Belgium, and Sweden, tracked more than 2,000 children over the course of 10 years and found that a high risk factor for antisocial behavior was a fearless temperament that I certainly had, which often presents as insensitivity to risk or harm in school-age children. These children do not benefit from traditional forms of consequence, but were proven very responsive to therapeutic approaches that emphasize specific types of rewarding. In other words, these kids don't respond to punishment, but they do respond to positive behavioral reinforcement. They, period, want, period, to, period, learn, period, snap, 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 snap.
Damn, I didn't know she ended that sentence like that. That was very impactful.
We're not done yet.
Oh, shit. Let's go, Patrick.
A Canadian found that talk therapy, when used in conjunction with specialized programs and psychosocial treatments designed to promote emotional and social competence, was found to boost emotional development in children with low affect and reduce antisocial behavior. Programs like classroom-centered intervention, good behavior game, and fast track were proven particularly effective at reducing these behaviors. Studies like these bolster the belief that antisocial children can learn to feel. They can learn to adjust their behavior. They can be socialized. They just learn differently through specialized treatment. That's mic drop.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
What an incredible response also, can I just say?
But she really, she answered the question, but she also gave us, a full background. This is the kind of research you need to be doing when you're looking this stuff up.
When you're looking anything up. Okay, this actually makes a lot of sense, though. I was at first surprised to see that she didn't really want to impact the DSM, but I get it now. Because do you remember we had this whole episode where we were like, why isn't it in the DSM?
I don't remember, Claire.
I know.
Then why are you asking? Just to make it a point?
Well, sometimes you surprise me, and then you're like...
Sometimes I surprise myself.
You're like, no, I do. And then you get mad.
No.
So I'm just supposed to know when you remember things, but that's okay.
We're best friends.
That's what best friends do. I was just about to say that.
Best friends remember everything.
Everything. So that kind of set me aback for a second, but I get what she's saying. And then it all goes back to, in her book, she was talking about, remember when we did the deep dive on sociopath versus psychopath?
I do actually remember that.
And what's genetic and what's environmental.
Yes.
And psychopath was more genetic, but there were obviously environmental factors. But sociopathy had a lot of environmental factors. So we were trying to debunk why Patrick ended up being a sociopath and her sister Harlow did not. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we don't know enough to really even have that conversation, but we tried. But that right there was her just saying, you could do all these things. It's all about early intervention every time.
I am a big fan of early intervention, partially because I believe in it and also because it pays the bills. But early intervention is kids, but you can make such an impact on kids in those early years when their brains can take it more. They're a sponge.
That's why they say to teach kids second languages early on. Listen, I don't have anything more to say about that. That was an incredible response.
I just love Patric.
I love the way she wrote that.
I love the way she does everything.
Learn.
Yeah.
Ugh, she's so awesome.
Well, I mean, there's so many times when kids don't do something the way we perceive as the right way to do things, we label them bad kids. We just set them up for failure.
Which is literally her book, right? Like,
Absolutely.
go read her book if you haven't. She talks a lot about how she's like always trying to be a good girl and like do the right thing. But there's just these societal structures that we built where we decided something was good and something was bad.
We've made all this stuff up.
I mean,
everything in the world is made up.
Obviously, some things are just like bad.
I mean, the earth is flat, but
like, don't kill people. Obviously,
yes,
that's bad. But she talks about at one point in her book how one of the ways that relieves pressure for her is that she goes to other people's funerals.
Yeah, I loved that.
She's not hurting anyone. She even donates to their causes and charities. She'll buy them flowers. Yeah. But she just sits there because it helps her not act out. Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Act out?
I mean, that's like the social norm thing, right? Like,
so
bad behaviors.
But then I was like, oh, that's bad to go to funerals. And she's like,
why?
She's not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
It's like a structure that we put in place.
Also, I think it's nice when you're the family of the deceased to see more people come out for your loved one.
Yeah, I mean, one of my family members just passed and I went to the funeral. I didn't know 80% of the people there.
And maybe 2 of those people?
Sociopaths.
Some of them were sociopaths.
Okay.
All right. You mentioned times when David really wanted you to be good.
David's her husband.
What is your advice for partners who want to encourage that kind of behavior without making their partner feel like a project that needs to be fixed?
As I mentioned in my earlier question,
this
feels like per my previous email. It's giving per my previous email.
It's giving, can you read?
Thanks, Patric.
But it's okay because we're best friends, Patric.
Yeah. I'm going to start over.
Patric always talks to us like this. We're like, this is like
so
how we talk.
Patric.
It's so Patric. We just gab.
Okay, Patric. As I mentioned, psychopaths do not respond to punishment, but they do respond to positive behavioral reinforcement. My advice for partners who want to encourage pro-social behavior is to focus on the positive. Reinforcement of pro-social behavior will lead to more pro-social behavior. As I mentioned, psychopaths do not respond to punishment, but they do respond to positive behavioral reinforcement.
I mean, I think it's like, you're dealing with kids. Like, it's more effective to tell them how to do something rather than be like, no, don't do that. It's like you give them more the positive of like, this is what you do. Or like, it's like when you're training your puppy, right? It's like when they're chewing your shoe, you get more benefit from like, instead giving them a toy they can actually chew on rather than being like, no. Just like the positive works better.
Next question. In what ways do you find your specific way of processing the world actually gives you a unique edge or a different perspective as a parent compared to David? They have 2 kids. Context.
The number one way in which I believe I have an advantage over neurotypical parents is that I don't internalize my kids' failures or successes as my own. Oh, I think that's really important. This enables my kids to have their own reactions, own space, to process their emotions without having to manage mine. So, honestly,
wait, can I ask
all parents should be like that.
I feel like maybe you know the answer from your jab. You know, sometimes some people feel that their kids are a reflection of them. Mm-hmm. So if the kid is like done something really great, they're like, yeah, that's my kid. They're the baddest bitch, right? Yeah. But then on the other end, if they don't do something, they're like, that's not my kid. I didn't raise them to do that.
I didn't raise you like this.
That's basically what that is saying. She's doesn't like, internalize
she has
that.
Nothing to do with this. Like, her kid is their own person who has their own emotions, who does their own actions, and they get to feel those emotions, feel the consequences of their actions, feel the successes of their actions on their own without thinking of how that relates to like their mom's feelings. Honestly, a game changer.
Could that make you feel, though, as a growing kid? Like, I feel like as an adult, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill that, you know? But as like a growing child, if you don't have a parent being, yeah, fucking go! Like, could that...
I mean, my mom never did that.
Yeah, look how well you turned out. I'm just kidding.
I feel like culturally too, the like oh
encouragement?
honey, you're doing so good. It's
very good job.
It's a very good choice you're making. I feel like that's like a very culturally American thing. I never got like the, oh, it's okay, honey. Like, we're going to try this a different way. I got more of the like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, that's opposite.
Totally. But no, what I think is more like, what I see as more of a struggle is that when you have two parents who are very different in that sense, how like it's like hard, right? Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
No, totally. But like, they're like, okay, well, mom's like way more chill with this stuff. She's like, this on you. And then it becomes like, well, now dad's more of like the bad cop maybe because he feels it differently.
Right.
So I could see how that could cause like maybe more tensions in a partnership.
Yeah.
Right? It's
this
like,
is almost a response to the question before that too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I should have a PhD.
Doesn't. All right, last question that we had to ask Patrick, and it's very simple. We said, is Max Beck? If you read the book, you'll know. And if you don't know, sucks for you. We said we'll never tell anyone.
And we won't.
Her response.
You guys all have to keep it a secret too.
Her response was XX. So
yeah, you guys decide what that means.
Just some kisses.
Just some X's, no O's.
We didn't get hugs, but that's okay.
She didn't tell us to have a good summer.
I'd rather take a kiss.
Or to keep in touch.
Over a hug.
But we are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
We just like sleepovers and pillow fights and all the things. That's what we do with Patric Gagne. We talk about boys.
So friends, that was our Q&A with Patrick.
I hope you all learned something.
I hope you all got maybe some lingering questions you had after reading the book. Yeah, some closure.
Not that you need closure to get through something. We'll charge you all copay.
So happy 1 year anniversary to us.
Happy birthday.
We're just 1 year old.
This is their baby.
So follow us on your favorite podcast streaming platform.
Sing us happy birthday in the privacy of your own home.
You can send us your videos.
Sure.
We will watch them in private, or if you want us to post them, we'll do that too.
Yeah, you want to be famous like we are? Duh.
And
tap that 5-star. Like you are the Q to RA.
That's very beautiful.
You're supposed to encourage me.
You're doing
and give me
so
positive
well. Try again.
Like you are the socio in our path. Tap that 5-star like.
You also turned 1 year old and managed to snag an interview with a New York Times bestseller.
Especially if you're an actual baby, that's really impressive. Oh.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have to fist Claire.
I was just waiting.
No, I'll fist you. Let's fist together.
So aggressive.
No, you fist me and then I'll fist you.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you
later.
Later.
When the camera's off.
Oh, let's keep it on.
And we're almost done with our book, My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. It's fucking twisty.
Twisty.
So tune into that season if you're interested in a very, very twisted book.
Yeah, like we still don't know what's happening.
Literally, we're over 200 pages in and we have no idea what's going on.
Is as good as ours, even if you haven't been reading it.
We're going to fail at predicting the end of it for sure.
Something to look forward to. With that, we're just trying to grow our pod. So just follow us. That's it. That's literally our one request. Follow us and leave a 5-star review.
We started this podcast about a year ago because we just love to read and we just like to talk about books and stories.
We like to hang out together.
Talk some shit.
About so many things.
Drink some wine.
So much wine.
So, if nothing else, dear friends, remember.
Happy birthday to us. Keep on reading.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear us.
Book club.
We definitely had that figured out.
Happy birthday to